We've talked ad nauseum about how no matter what you do, there's always going to be detractors and people talking shit. And it was like that this whole week leading up to the game. And then last night, even, going into halftime, you're 11-13 or whatever with, 2 touchdowns. You look great and people are still picking apart and, trying to dance on your grave or whatever. And you alluded to it in your post-game presser, how I'm not necessarily going to respond, but I see what everyone's been saying. Are there any people, at this point, do you know who's kind of in your corner? Do you ever see stuff and it's like, oh shit, I can't believe this guy's, got something, some sort of issue with me? And does it piss you off? I saw a lot of people were saying that you didn't care until the Tanyan throw last night. That's when it clicked and it's oh, okay, we can see he cares again. Is it one of those things where that's still just outside noise and you don't give a shit? Or is it what the fuck are these guys talking about?
I tell you, it's a combination of both. I mean, on one hand, it's absolute horseshit to give a platform to people who have no idea what they're talking about as far as my mental state and, my focus, my work habits, people that have not been around me, they're not in my life, I don't have communication with them, or not in the locker room. I mean, that's just it's chicken shit. It's so ridiculous that people get a platform to do this, and it's the same type of people. On the flip side of that, I think in this day and age of media, the things that get the most, it's all about clicks, right, and hits and views, and 1 second counts as a view. So the actually opinions that are garnering the most attention are the most outlandish. So it's not even overreaction Monday or Tuesday anymore. It's overreaction every time a microphone's in your face, every time you have a single shot in the camera and you get to talk to camera, every time you're on a panel. It's who can say the most outlandish things, because that's going to give you the most hits. That's the media we live in. That's fine. But at the same time, I still have this show. I have my weekly stuff. I mean, most people, don't use their platform to defend themselves. I don't think I need to defend myself from people who aren't worth spending time on. But I'm always going to give a reminder that listen to the source, of some of these things, and be reminded that it's often the same people in the same tired rhetoric. I was just surprised after week 1 there was such a story out there. But what's crazy to me is to let one storyline, right, by a person who has no contact with me, has zero relationship, to that becomes some sort of narrative that's out there that now I somehow don't care about ball because of my Zen attitude in the off season. That's the bullshit I was talking about last night. And I think that regardless of what happens this season or how we do moving forward, we have a tough schedule. There's going to be some ups and downs for sure. We're a team that's, finding our identity slowly, as always happens throughout the year. But the trolls are out there, I get it. But the truth and fact should not be replaced by conjecture, ill-founded conjecture. And when it is, then I'm thankful for this opportunity and for my pressers to be able to say, hey, look, just think about who's saying these things.
Woo! Yeah! Hey, that was a big fuck you. I enjoyed that. Hey, I want to let you know I enjoyed that there. Well articulated. Obviously, you did the whole thing. You did a State of the Union almost in the world we live in. But it needs to be said, and I appreciate the hell out of that. I'm sorry, AJ. Go ahead. That was awesome. That was a great question, Ty.
Good question, Ty. Yeah, how has that changed, though, from when you got in the league till now? Has it changed, and how does it feel different from how the media is or how you guys interact with the media?
It's way different age, because I think all these people who are on these shows now believe they're celebrities, and they believe that they have this platform to, use it to say whatever the hell they want, and that's how they garner the attention. That's how they get promotions. That's how they get to be on multiple networks. That's how they, get their name out there and get a blue check mark and get to go to the Met Ball and whatever the hell's going on. You know what I mean? That's the society we're in now. It's when I first got in the league in 2005 and you got in there in 2006. I mean, social media wasn't a thing unless you had a MySpace, and it was all about who was in your top 5 or top 10 if they expanded it, what kind of music you had in the background. And it wasn't about, your social media following, your likes, your, how many views on a page. I think it's different. It's all about how many impressions you can have for things that you say. So what's going to, it's not going to be the relax, we're fine, this is 1 week, it was a dud, we're going to bounce back. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't move the needle for anybody. But you start saying some outlandish things about, what I did in the off season and me wanting to be on Jeopardy and not play ball and all this other, ridiculousness that Tom Fanning, told me was out there, which I really didn't see myself. I just think that's the state of the media that we're in.
How about Tom, by the way? Tom from MySpace. He was everybody's friend.
man.
He's a great photographer. Have you ever run into him in any of your adventures? I think he's like a world traveler photographer now, our friend Tom.
No, but I'm big fan. He was one of my first friends.
Me too, man. He never responded, though. I sent him a couple messages. Son of a bitch would never respond. It was absolutely unbelievable.